Hey, how you guys doing out there? My name is Jeremy Walton, Global Ambassador for Lululemon, and welcome to the How to Work Out at Home tutorial video. Let's get started. Now, when designing a program at home, you want to think to yourself, what aspects can I incorporate to make sure that I'm having a balanced program? And a good way to do that is an acronym that I like to use called, you want to train to be safe. Balance, strength, agility, flexibility, and endurance. If you can incorporate those 5 aspects into your overall programming, you got a great thing going on. Before you do anything else, do I have the space to work out at home? When you're looking around your apartment, house, garage, basement, whatever, you want to make sure that you have at least 360 degrees of motion around you to move the limbs, superstar your life, and then about a body's length worth of floor space. Now, when designing your program at home, you want to go through a total body experience. Then you want to use at least the 7 primal movement patterns that the human body goes through for each workout. That's push, pull, twist, bend, squat, lunge, and gait. So let's start with push. No simpler push exercise than the push-up. Let's get started. So you want to make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, you're extended from the torso, and then you guide your torso down and up. A good thing to remember with your push-up though is your wrists. You don't want your elbows to go out, because that puts pressure on your wrists. You want your elbows to go at about 45-degree angle in a triangle-like motion. That way your chest activates. Now that being said, if doing a full body push-up is just not the level that you're at quite yet, you can do the knee version to lower yourself down, but there's also an in-between where you've gone past the knee point, you're not quite at the full push-up. Just limit your range of motion as long as you're in control, and that'll help you allow it to get stronger as well. Second is the pull exercise. Now, being at home, if you don't have equipment with you and your body weight only, you just want to make sure that you're activating the shoulder blades and things of that nature to get those muscles strong. And you can do that from a 4-point position. Knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, and you start with a fly. So take your arm back in a wide position to activate the shoulder blades. Another way to do that is to bend the elbow wide, and that's the pull-like motion we were talking about. Each rep squeezing the shoulder blades. You can even take it a step further by having that bend and rotating the arm to create that rotator cuff action as you do the pull. Each one of those movements is really good to hold and activate the shoulder blades, and you want to make sure that your torso is staying active that whole time. Next is our twist. Twist is always in a sense of movement from the rib cage, not the shoulders. A lot of exercises you'll see people turning from here, but that's no activation of the midsection. We want to activate the midsection. So to do that, I would suggest 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Upright your torso in that line and extend your arms in front of you. Now with the legs holding firm, you want to open your chest towards that top leg to force the rib cage to turn. And it's not that much motion. It's not that much range of motion. But the right activation is what you're looking for so that the muscles do their job. And that's what you want to have. So good rotation. So even if you're in a seated position or anything like that, as long as you're turning from the rib cage, it's the right movement. If you're turning from the shoulders, that is the wrong movement. All right? Now when you do the bend, you want to make sure that the posture is always active, because we're not bending from the spine, we're bending from the hips. Forgive me, but I'm going to take something from Elle Woods here. The bend and snap is real. If you bend and then snap to the squeeze, that's great form. Anything felt in the lower back, that's a no-no. So if you want that good action for the hamstrings, keep that torso tight and then squeeze at the top. Next, squats. Simple, easy, but form has to be so on point to make sure you're taking care of yourself as you go through your motions. So let's go from the ankle all the way up. First, in the ankle, you don't necessarily need to keep your heels flat or your toes up or anything like that, but you definitely want to feel the floor underneath your feet. As you do that, the ankle is the next part. If you focus on the outside edges of your feet on the floor, then you'll know that you can open your knees because your ankles allow you to as you sit down. As you do that, it's the hips that take the weight, not your knees. So if you're bending in your knees first, you're putting way too much pressure on your body. You have more muscle here to carry the rest of your weight, and that's the path you want to take while keeping your feet down. Then the hard part. This is never okay. This is never okay. I would rather you keep this posture and only be able to sit to here than to ever go for depth, sacrificing your posture. So chest is up, chin is aligned to the floor parallel. You're sitting down, keeping the torso, hips taking the weight, down and up. All right? Next, the lunge. Now, not everyone can do lunges. It's usually a big knee issue exercise. I'll never suggest you to maybe do things like this because of that pressure. A reverse lunge does a really good job of protecting your knees. If you're balancing on one leg and sliding the back foot, the muscles of the glute and hamstrings of the front leg will support you as you sit down. Then drive all the way up, and then you can alternate from there. Now, if that's being said and it's still sensitive for your knees, get into just simple balance work, testing your ability to sink into those hips and get out of your knees so that you can build the muscles around to support your knees. And then finally, gait, or movement patterns of your feet. So it'll be things like opening feet, high knees, shuffles, anything that allows the moves of the legs to get the heart rate up. Now, if you have one exercise for each of those 7 categories, and then you do that 3 times, it's a phenomenal workout. Because more times than not, when you're by yourself, you can only get so much done at a time. So I would suggest anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes of work in any duration of workout, you're killing the game. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. We hope you got a lot out of this video. Take care of yourself today and all days. We'll see you next time. Oh, we're out.